There is going to be a certain judgment, there is going to be a certain justice, there's going to be a certain realization that is actually going to happen this week. This is important because lots of things have been brewing to this particular point. Lots of things have been brewing and lots of things have been kind of waiting for the right time, waiting for the right moment to actually unfold. Now, there have been a lot going on spiritually, globally, that it did affect every single one of us, but there are certain things that also have been very much so connected to the actual patience. The things that are happening right now at the moment globally and spiritually that are affecting like a global awareness, a global vibration, are very important indeed. And the reason why I say that this is going to take and this is going to be like a one step at a time is because these things are taking time, and each thing is a very complex issue. Each thing is actually a complex issue in itself. I want to say to you something, and this is going to be really important. I want to mention to you, I want to say to you, I want you to be aware that there is a certain justice that is just going to make sense. Certain justice is going to become huge. Certain justice is going to become evident. Justice when it comes to global awareness, when it comes to global spirituality, and when it comes to the new starting point. This is really important because there was a certain control that was a little bit lost, and that certain control that was a little bit lost in the last 11 months in particular, it's going to be back. And the reason why this certain control was lost is because there was so much going on and the things couldn't kind of unfold themselves by themselves, and it all needs to be kind of monitored and done one step at a time. That's why these things make sense, and most certainly that's why I'm saying that this week is going to be the actual week of the unfoldment. And I'm talking about the week in between the 10th and the 16th of June 2019. We are going to have a really important unfoldment. This unfoldment, as I said, is just going to be very interesting, and it is going to most certainly bring a wonderful energy to kind of start flowing again. And what this wonderful energy is going to do, it's actually going to make people feel a little bit more optimistic. I am talking about people on a global scale. I am talking about a certain spirituality and certain vibration and a certain awareness that is actually it's actually not controlling, but it's affecting every single one of us without even realizing. And that's why I'm saying that this is so important, because there is going to be a beautiful light at the end of the tunnel indeed, and somebody is going to kind of come to the certain end. And the certain end that I'm talking about, it's just going on, and it's very much so connected to the certain court case, to the certain judgment, and that particular judgment is going to be the major starting point. On another hand, the people are going to realize to be like a cautious, and also people are going to have a realization about a certain group of people who are like a part of something very important, like very political indeed. And that particular certain group of people are very dark, they're very negative, and they have a very low vibration. There are so many people that are going to start realizing certain things about these people and this particular vibration. It's very, very low, it's very low, it's very low, but there is something going to also happen that it's going to become, and it's going to show the heads of the snakes. The heads of the snakes are going to become evident, and this is so important because there is going to be like an upside down world which we are going to live in within this week. But this is so important. I say upside down world because suddenly and finally the snakes are going to be revealed, and in order for the snakes to be revealed, we're all going to need to go to the certain shake-up. And this certain shake-up that is going to happen, that is going to affect people globally, is just going to make people aware of the certain areas of their lives, and it's going to also make people aware other things about this particular group of people, and especially those people who have been clouded, and especially those people who had this cloudness in between them and in between these people, so they don't really realize what is going behind this particular mask. And now the masks are going to be fallen, and the fact that the masks are going to be fallen, and this is all connected to the certain judgment. Just remember, it's all connected to the certain judgment. It's all a around a certain court, it's all around a certain judgment, and this judgment is going to be mainly responsible for the masks to fall, and there are lots of snakes that are going to be revealed. I'm saying this because there are lots of people who unfortunately haven't seen this particular light at the end of the tunnel, and that's why I'm saying that this is going to be a major starting point, because at the end of the day there's going to be the beautiful control over the situation that is going to be regained at the same time, and that it's going to make a really good people, really positive people, really strong people, really powerful people. Well, this power comes strong, very radiant and powerful indeed, and that is going to attract lots of people, and that is going to be the new starting point, and that is going to be very significant, because most certainly it is going to be very fresh, it is going to feel really good, and it is going to be feel really positive, and most importantly people are going to be like, oh my God, thank God there is a hope, you know, thank God. It is just basically an important time, because most certainly we are going to learn how to tolerate in a slightly different way. We are going to learn how to tolerate, but the most important thing is this powerful realization that we are going to have. Lots of people have been dreaming about this moment. Lots of people have been thinking about this moment. It is all about a swift change. Let me tell you this, it is about a swift change. It is about quick change. It is about an important change. It is about a change that people have been thinking about and hoping about, that it's going to happen, to make a certain adjustment, and now this is going to happen. We are all going to witness this, and this in itself is going to bring a whole new unfoldment, the whole new beautiful focus, which is going to make us feel optimistic and positive about those areas of our lives. Because what happened, people went a little bit frozen, people went a little bit negative. When I say a little bit frozen, a little bit negative, it's just that these things, without people even realizing, are affecting people's lives without because it's affecting people's planning. Without us realizing, you know, without the people realizing in general, it's affecting people's planning. So when people plan about something, people think about something, when people want to focus on something, you know, they can't really focus, but people don't know that they don't stretch their mind as far as they could stretch, because your subconscious mind is constantly like kind of keeping you at a certain point. And this is why this is, because this is all connected. We are all connected. We are all one, and we are all part of this thing. We're all part of this global scale. We're all part of this beautiful spirituality, and most important, we are all part of the spiritual awakening, global spiritual awakening that many people needed in order to shake up a little bit, in order to wake up. I'm saying this is an important time because not only, you know, there is so much inspiration going to happen this week. So much inspiration will be this week, and that in itself is going to be a new starting point. People will complain quite a lot. People will come up a lot and talk about the fact that they can't be creative. They can't be creative. And the reason why they can't be creative, it's because of these vibrations was just pushing people and preventing them to be themselves, preventing to do what they wanted to do, and preventing to be creative. So there is a lot going to be happening about a certain creativity, and the people being prevented to be creative. So that in itself is going to be, my goodness, an important time, because there, when it comes to the creativity and when it comes to the people, this is going to be an important moment, because there is going to be an adjustment that is going to be like super powerful and super wonderful and super significant. And that adjustment that is going to happen is going to allow people to be themselves. It's going to allow the people to be creative. I'm saying that this is affecting every single person in this world on a global scale. Indeed. But I'm saying that also this is an important moment. This is an important moment indeed, because people are just going to kind of start seeing this particular light at the end of the tunnel, and the light is going to be absolutely beautiful. What else I was going to say is just like going to be the certain, when it comes to the actual global spirituality on a global scale. On another hand, what else I was going to say is that the people are also going to be surprised with the certain actions of somebody. Somebody is just going to kind of show themselves, show their face, and this is also going to be like a little bit surprise for someone. This is a female person, this is a very negative person, this is a very low person, this is a very bad vibration person, a female person that is also having a really important impact on this global scale, but this person is not thinking positive, this person is not thinking optimistic, this person is is not thinking about the people in general. This person is very negative, very low, and very selfish, and very dark, and very low vibration. This is the problem with the certain people around in the power at the moment, that they're very low vibration. They're not even thinking about people. I said this last week. It's just so important to mention this. And one particular person, one particular female person is going to do something, oh my God, bad, negative, low. And that particular female person is also going to show her face, and that in itself is going to be a major starting point, because that straight away is going to surprise like even more people about this particular person. And that person also is connected to lots of like bad things, lots of negative things, lots of wrongdoings. Unfortunately, sometimes people just can't actually see this, people can tell these people, but it's just like because of the certain things that are going on and a certain mind control and things like that, you know, people are kind of like not seeing what's exactly in front of them. So this is going to be an important moment, because through this woman, through this person being completely exposed for certain wrongdoings that she's been doing, like completely bad, negative, now that in itself is going to become a huge starting point, huge beginning, huge inspiration, which is on another hand going to become a wheel of fortune. Something is going to happen. It's going to be, oh my God, I told you what is going to happen with this female person who's not good, who's really bad, and I'm just saying that something is going to happen, and it is going to be a massive wheel of fortune moment, and it's just the whole new direction is going to come out of it. The whole new direction is actually going to come out of it. It's just going to be so good, and it's going to be so significant, and it's going to be all about the new focus, all about the new activation, all about the whole new perspective, and all about the new beginnings. This is like very good. This is so important, because it's just going to give a whole new promise to people. People are going to feel so good after this moment, after this point. Indeed, the whole new promise, which is going to bring the whole new passion, and that passion, it's going to be everybody's wake-up call. Very, very important week when it comes to the actual global spirituality on a global scale. Indeed, this week it's all going to be about the justice. Finally, I'm so excited. I absolutely can't wait. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 10th until the 16th of June 2019. So it's from the 10th until the 16th of June 2019, and of course I'm going to start with a gorgeous Aries. Aries, you are going to have a very interesting week, because you're going to meet somebody who is going to play an important role in your life later on. Very important social connection, very important relationship. That is in itself, it's going to be a really beautiful starting point for you, because you're going to realize there's a certain stage of your life is slowly coming to an end. So you're going to need to make like a really important decision. You're going to need to make a really powerful decision, and that powerful and important decision that you're going to need to make, you may not like a little bit, because this is going to involve you making a certain change. This is going to involve you doing something that you don't normally enjoy, but you will know that this is all going to be the part of it. This is all going to be the part of your personal new beginning, and also you will know that this is, you know, in order to move on with your life, you just need to do these things. You know, you need to do things differently, and sometimes you just need to kind of also like come up with something completely different in order like to bring that light into your life, and that, you know, different things brings us our own Wheel of Fortune moment. Wheel of Fortune moment brings us something completely different that is meant to be in our lives, but sometimes it just happens and it manifests in the ways that we can't really explain. It's really important, because the whole week you will have a very strong connection to your spirit guides and to the spirits, and there is a certain spirit that is going to come in touch with you. There is a certain spirit that is connected to number 5 somehow number 5. Certain spirit will get in touch with you, and somehow this spirit is going to give you the little message. The message that you're going to have, it's going to be very clever, but it's also going to be directly connected to the certain part of your life and a certain answer that you completely need, and to the certain situation that was making you really powerful. Someone is going to need your help this week, and I can see you helping them. I can see you going through, which is absolutely brilliant. So karmically, this is going to be so good for you, because in 8 months, exactly 8 months from now on, there is some kind of like a karmic option, karmic situation going to happen, and this is going to be the actual really beautiful mirror reflection that you're going to get from this. Absolutely fantastic. On another hand, just remember, I was just going to tell you that you're going to feel super creative this week. And this is all about you doing things. This is all about your own discovery. This is all about you going on to the next stage of your life, okay? So just be as creative as possible and do as many things as you can, because that is just in itself, it's going to be an important moment for you, and also it's going to bring you a wonderful balance and a certain new plan. By you being creative, by you doing things, by you focusing on things, there is a new plan that is going to be revealed, and the plan that is going to be revealed also is going to help you to deal with a certain problem, certain situation, but also it's going to help you to do the big change when it comes to your home environment, and that in itself is just going to be very creative in time for you, in time of your new beginning. New project is going to be very strong, and promotion is going to become very evident, and certain traveling plans are also going to become very strongly evident in this moment in time. When it comes to your actual health, you see, you're going to feel like you see, energetically, this is going to be a great time, because you're going to find yourself like being very active. You're going to find yourself like doing a lot. You're going to find yourself like being very productive indeed. But I can tell you that your skin, hair and nails is going to be very dry. Your hair is going to need a little bit of volume. You know, your skin is going to need a little bit of like vitamins and minerals, and it's just something natural, deep from within, and a little bit of concentration also you're going to need. And what you should actually take for this would be fantastic to take a flaxseed oil capsule. Flaxseed oil is the same as a fish oil, but the flaxseed oil is like a plant, natural form of like a plant form, and fish oil is like obviously like a fish form. I always prefer indeed to take a plant form, which is flaxseed oil, which is rich with omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is absolutely fantastic when it comes to your concentration levels, and it's also absolutely brilliant when it comes to your skin, hair and nails. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only they can tell you whether you can take these supplements or not. But this is something that I highly recommend, because for skin, hair and nails, it's like ooh la la. People can actually tell after like about a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, like people can tell like how nice your skin look and things like that. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, oh, there's a wonderful balance going to come through. You see, wonderful balance is going to come through when it comes to the actual relationship, which means that there's a certain problem that you're going to kind of like it's going to be resolved, but you're also going to need to be like very firm. You're going to need to be very firm. Your partner is going to come up with something, and that may not be the right thing to do. That may not be the best thing to do, but you just need to remember to be really firm and to keep going. And it's very important for you to remember to follow your common sense. This is something that you need to remember. Okay, the second thing that I was going to say, for those of you that are actually single, it is just like, before we go any further, before we do anything else, this week is important because you will get an advice through this wonderful, sympathetic, beautiful, energetic, gorgeous person who is very spiritual, who is very smart, who is very clever. So this is an advice that you need to watch for. It could be like like direct advice, or it could be like you watching someone, or it could be like you reading something, but as long as this person it's like some kind of like somebody who you really look up to, this advice is going to be very significant for you later on. This advice you need to get. This advice you need to understand, because you're about to rediscover yourself through this advice, and that's the first thing you need to do. It is not going to be that long until you meet someone very special, but this advice is going to help you a lot to see something slightly different side to you, which is going to help you to rediscover yourself, and that in itself is going to be the moment that is going to be very significant when it comes to the start of inviting someone very special in your life. One step at a time, my babies, one step at a time. Now, the second side sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Now, Taurus, I get very excited here because it's just like, I'm so happy for you. I can feel this like full on. I can feel every single reading like full on, but this happiness, this is going to be very intense, because after this moment, after this week, your life is going to change, but it's not going to change like completely, but it's just a whole new option. It's going to become so strongly evident to you, and that option is going to be a new starting point, because you will know at the same time that there are changes that are about to happen. There are changes that are about to start unfolding in your life. So there is going to be a concrete evidence of something very significant about to unfold in your life. But this is all due to hard work. This is all due to what you have done so far. This is all due to what you have been focusing on so far. This is all due because of your accomplishment through your hard work. So you're just waiting for this concrete evidence. This is also going to involve you, but it's also going to involve other people in your life. You have been very, very clever. You have been waiting for the right moment. You haven't been rushing too much into the new things, you know, and that's why this is going to be literally your blessings, your starting point that is just going to give you so much power. It is all about the actual harmony that is coming through, which is brilliant, and also the management. You know, you're gonna need, it's important for me to say, my babies, that you're gonna need to change things a little bit when it comes to the actual things that you do and things that you focus on. It's going to be important to make a certain adjustment. Whatever you do, whether you're retired, whether you're working, whether you're self-employed, you know, whether you're looking for work, whether you're at college, at university, this week it's going to require from you to sit down a little bit, check the situation, look at the situation from a slightly different angle, but most importantly, it's actually to do and make a certain adjustment. A certain adjustment you need to make a direct adjustment, and this direct adjustment is going to go a long way. This direct adjustment is going to be strong and powerful and significant and life-changing, because you are going to do it at the right time, at the right moment, in the right week, because that adjustment is also going to be just all about the actual energy, power, the new vibration, and also adjustment is just going to be about the certain good influence. You need to make sure that you kind of like keep on following the certain influence, because not that long ago you started looking up towards someone, you started looking up to someone, and that was absolutely the right influence. Sometimes in our life we can look up to the right person, to the right people, and that can actually help us so much and help us to make a certain adjustments. And this is how it looks like to me. This is so important, because it's all about a certain successful combination and the actual idea that you had and something that you followed through, but you were very smart and very clever and very intelligent about it. I have to say to you, it's an omen that you are going to have this week as well. And the omen that you are going to have this week, it's going to come in the form of a little bird and the sun. The sun is also going to make sense. Like, it's going to be the bird, little bird, and the sun. And the color red, it's going to be very strong, and color red, it's going to be very powerful and very significant. That little bird, at the moment when you see that bird, it's also going to be very important, because that is going to give you little information about a certain certain adjustment that is going to bring you a very special message indeed. The reason how you know that this is a special message, and the reason how you read this, I told you this, you have to like think what you were thinking about at the time. What is the current problem that you have? What are you worrying about? What is bothering you, and things like that. And this is just going to be so important, because this little bird is going to give you like a life-changing little message, and that message is also going to help you to discover certain passage. My God, my goodness. Certain passion, certain passion that is going to help you to discover a certain passion, and that in itself is just going to give you the whole new security. It's also going to kind of help you with a certain safety when it comes to your family matters, when it comes to the family problems, and when it comes to the certain inheritance. Okay, there is going to be like an adjustment when it comes to the certain inheritance in the best possible way. Something that you were waiting for, something that you were hoping for. it's not necessarily that you're going to get inheritance, but there's going to be certain adjustment that's going to be very important, and that is indeed going to make sense to you, because this is not something that it just happened last night or something like that. On another hand, what else I was going to say, this week it's going to be the week of reward from like what you have done so far, but also from a long reward of being very smart and being very clever. I'm so happy because there's going to be a big change when it comes to your home. You wanted to do a big change, you wanted to focus on and do it. Now you're going to get a chance to actually do this, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant, and that is going to be the new road that is going to become available for you, and you're going to be driving the most beautiful car on that road, because certainly this is going to be the time of your victory and mental clarity. And I'm so happy for you, because you will be able to get something for yourself, and you will be able to reward yourself. And also on another hand, financially, this is going to be great. And also the good news you're going to hear. And one more thing I was going to say is that a certain family member is going to make you feel really happy this week. So this is going to be maybe reconnection with a certain family member, connection with a certain family member, but it is just kind of some kind of traveling. It's also going to become evident here. On another hand, what else I was going to say is just like when it comes to your actual health, it is your shoulders that are going to be very sensitive area, and it is your eyes that are going to be very sensitive area. Now with the shoulders, just make sure that you are sleeping in the correct way. Try to sleep throughout the week on your side. It's just so important, with a good quality pillow, with the actual pillow, also one pillow in between your legs. People don't realize sometimes how important this is, because you're also going to have like a lower back, slightly lower back. Sorry, I didn't mention, it's going to be a little bit sensitive just throughout the week. And when you're sleeping on your side, and when you're having like a pillow in between your legs, you see, it's very important between your knees, you see, because that way you're able to relax like a bottom part of your back, the lower back, and it's just so important. Otherwise, you wouldn't relax it like this. So this is something that you should do, and it's going to help you both with your shoulders and with your lower back. And also like it's important to sit in the correct way, and also it's important like to get a little bit of massage if you could. That would be absolutely brilliant. On another hand, what else is going to be very a slightly more sensitive area for you? It's going to be your bones and your eyes. Now bones, I would highly suggest to get a vitamin D tablets, and if you don't want to take a tablet or a liquid, natural always, then you can just spend as much time as you can outside. That would be brilliant, in the sun. So it's either the sun, if you can spend the time in the sun, or you can take like a vitamin D, a natural form of course. And then if you're on any other medications, then check with your doctor, check with your GP. And the same for your eyes, beta carotene. Try to get a organic carrot juice, drink it throughout the week, or you can get like a beta carotene, like for example like a capsules, natural. Just try to take this and try to get this if you get this try to get this like all organic, natural, without any nasty ingredients like chemicals. But if you're on any other medications, pregnant or breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor or your GP, because only they can tell you whether this is going to interact with your medications or not. Now, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, your partner is going to do something very important, and this is going to be significant, and you're going to rediscover something very special about your partner. I'm not saying that you didn't know this, but there is a certain strength that your partner shows, certain knowledge your partner is going to show, and not only that is going to kind of make you feel so much better about your relationship, about yourself, and about the certain worries, but also when it comes to the certain security and finances, this is going to be a really important moment, because it looks like from your side and from your partner's side something very important is going to happen, something very significant is going to happen, because you're getting closer and closer and closer to the big accomplishment, and that big accomplishment is going to play an important role later on, because you're going to make a huge decision by the end of this week. You two are going to make a massive decision. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, now you will have an important moment of moving on. So you need to realize, who do you actually kind of pay attention to, who do you actually like, who do you fancy, who are you thinking about, but you're just not too sure, because there is going to be an important moment when you're going to realize it's important to move on from this particular person, whether you've been with them, whether you've slept with them just one night, night. Naughty. No, I'm joking. No, whether you had something with them or whether you didn't have something with them, you know, it's just going to be important for you to realize that you need to move on. The new stage is about to happen. The new stage is about to unfold. The new stage is about to start. And for you to grab this beautiful opportunity to get hold of this new person in your life, you need to forget about this person that you're still kind of holding on to. Do you know who this is? Okay, right. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Gemini. Gemini, it is such a spiritual week. It is such a great week. You will feel very happy. You will feel very optimistic, and you will feel very like cocky, but in the best possible way cocky, because it's a lot going to be about the good news that you're going to have. It's a lot about your accomplishment, but it's the good news that is going to be put a big smile on your face, and you're going to find yourself being in an advancement situation, which means that financially you will be able to be that step closer towards something really big, and also you will be able to kind of like be really happy, because it's all about the expectation, but it's going to be much better than what you actually thought, much better than what you actually planned, and you're going to surprise yourself a little bit, because at the same time it's going to be very magical situation, because this is going to be the beginning of something good, because you're just going to start feeling very drawn towards the new stage of your life. And that's why I'm saying this is so good, because it's going to be so much better, and that most certainly this particular energy is just going to take you places. This particular energy is just going to make you feel very social. This particular energy is also going to make you want to reconnect with so many people in your life, and that in itself is just going to be absolutely fantastic new starting point for you as well. What else I was going to say is just like for those of you, you know, like who are working, it is promotion that is going to be like, wow, new step, new direction. For those of you that are actually not working, that are looking for works, you know, looking for work and job, go for it and apply for as many jobs as you can, because there is something going to come, something going to happen, and I need to let you know, and I need to make you aware to just be very open-minded, to keep your eyes open, to be very positive, to be very optimistic, because it is going to have elements of something that you don't know, something that you don't understand, something that you're not too happy or not too excited to do, but you will fall in love with this. You will fall in love with this stage of your life, with this new element, with this new dimension of your life. So that's why it's so important to be as open-minded this week as possible. On another hand, it is all about this wonderful, successful, very good opportunity that you're actually going to have. This opportunity is just going to be like about a certain approach that you had, and now this is all going to kind of through. It's going to have a wonderful fruition when it comes to your own advancement, attraction, okay? And this is so much to do with a certain request, and it's so much to do with a challenge. You will be facing challenge immediately. Do not turn any challenge down. This is the week for challenges. This is the week for challenges indeed, and that in itself is just going to be very significant when it comes to your life, and it's going to bring you a certain balance, and that balance is just going to be everything. A little bit of naughty little person is going to try to have a little conflict and battle with you, but this is only because somebody's going to be a little bit jealous, but not, it is just a little bit of jealousy, which is going to be like a sweet jealousy, which is going to make you feel really good, which is going to reflect on you in a certain radiance. So it doesn't really matter, but just trying to kind of like, don't trust completely everybody this week. I'm not trying to make you feel really paranoid or anything like that, but I know that this little conflict with somebody is just going to be due purely because of certain jealousy that they are going to feel like they're going to have, but you're going to do really well, because that in itself is just going to kind of make you realize an important stage of your life is about to unfold, but also at the same time this is all about the great determination that you are going to have and great initiative to this particular negative situation. Okay, when it comes to the actual health, oh my lord, this is so important for you to do grounding this week. A little bit of meditation, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of tai chi would be quite good, or just simply grounding by like sitting somewhere by the water. If you could sit somewhere outside by the water, this is something that is going to have such a wonderful impact on you, my gorgeous Gemini. Okay, if you can go and sit somewhere by the water, and that's all what you need to do, just sit down somewhere in nature and touch the ground with your hands and just do what I asked you to do. Like imagine the beautiful white light around you, like going around with your head, going around your shoulders, going around one arm, second arm, and it's all going down into the ground, you know, as you're holding a ground like this by the water. It can only be a few minutes, you know, as you imagine this beautiful light going all around you, you know, like the important moment is while you're holding your hands on the ground, you know, just imagine this beautiful light going around each finger, every single finger, but also at the end, when you imagine light going around every finger, just imagine that this light is also going into the ground like a tree roots for each finger. The power of your mind is everything. The power of your mind is very strong, and at the same time you will rejuvenate yourself, and at the same time this is going to be so good for you because this is also going to trigger a certain vision that is going to make sense to you. Don't you worry about it, because it's going to help you to sort out a certain problem. And also grounding, as I said, meditate by the water is just so important, and a little bit of a cold flu symptoms that are going to be quite significant, maybe a little bit of a blocked nose, like a bit of sore throat, and maybe head area. So it's very important to take a strong dose of vitamin C on every single day basis. 800 to 1000 milligrams of vitamin C every single morning would be absolutely superb. But if you can take this like natural without any horrible ingredients or anything like that, and if you're on any other medications, just check with your doctor or check with your GP. Okay, when it comes to those of you in relationship that your partner is, I'm afraid, going to be going through something very difficult. It is going to be a little bit of negative energy. It is going to be a little bit of negative area, nothing to do with you, but it's to do with their side of the view. It's to do with their life. It's to do with their story. It's to do with their family. Maybe something is going to happen. I'm not saying it's really bad or anything like that, but it's going to affect your partner, and your partner is going to need a little bit of your help. So please, the best thing would be just to do something different. Take your partner out, do something different. Take your partner maybe to do like some kind of restaurant, somewhere different, or somewhere outside by nature. You know, your partner may not even say this to you, but the important thing is just to kind of try to break this negative energy that your partner is going to become kind of surrounded by. When it comes to those of you that are single and ready to go out, basically, you know, this is going to be the time of the actual relationships. This is going to be the time in the week of you meeting people. You're going to feel very good, but you're going to feel very sexy. You're going to feel very powerful, and you're going to feel very strong, and you're going to feel very optimistic indeed. And that optimism is going to bring so much. That optimism is going to be very good for you, and it's also at the same time it's going to make you feel really ridiculously like friendly. I'm not saying that you're not friendly. You're always friendly anyway, Gemini. You're amazing. People notice you anyway. But most certainly at around the time when there is a resolution to the certain problem, at around the time when you feel very artistic, at around the time when there is a certain healing that is going to come through, at around the time when there is a compromise that you're going to make. This is going to be around the time that when you're going to meet somebody who is just going to become very important part later on. There is going to the beginning. This is going to be the beginning of you meeting someone really special, okay? And that person is not only going to become like a very good like a partner of yours like you've never had before, but it's also going to be the best friend you ever had, because you will get on like oh my god, like honestly, we'll get on so well, and there's going to be so much passion in between you two straight away. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Cancerian. My babies, your number, lucky number this week, it's going to be number 7. Just try to write this number in, you know, on a little piece of paper. Try to have like a little pendant with that number. Try to have a little watch with that number, like a little bracelet or something like that with this number. As long as you attach yourself to this energy of this particular number, something very good it's going to happen to you this week, and that good that is going to happen to you this week, it's going to also help you for your particular dream to actually be fulfilled. This is going to be very important information that you're going to have, that you're going to receive. It's also going to involve a really hard work, but the most importantly, it is going to be a wake-up call. On another hand, you know, there is, you know why I like this week for you, because you're going to overcome something huge. You're going to overcome a massive problem that was actually making you feel like a little bit negative, and you didn't know what to do, and you were worrying around about it. So now there's going to be a fantastic, and you're going to be surprised, and this is good. It's a good surprise, but most certainly an advantage, because of through worrying, through the negative situation, you will actually find yourself on the other side of the spectrum. And this other side of the spectrum is going to make you realize that you are having advantage and victory. And I'm so happy for you, because also what else is going to happen this week, really important, life-changing negotiation. Life-changing negotiations. My God, in negotiation, this is going to be so good, and you're going to end up with so much more. On another hand, my babies, if you were thinking about having a really big negotiations, really important negotiations, if you were thinking about buying something really big and important, this week it's going to be so good and so important to do it, because you will go with this energy flow, you will go with this wonderful energy, and you're going to be part of this particular dimension that is just going to open your eyes a bit more towards the area, towards the stages and dimension towards something very important that you wouldn't normally have. So that's why this is so significant for you. On another hand, what else? So basically try, if you need to have certain negotiations and certain, like to buy something big, just try to do it this week, because if you go with this energy, you're just going to end up with so much more that you would normally end up with. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be good normally, but most certainly when we just do things at the right time, at the right moment, at the right point, you know, this can actually get back to us really lovely. And that's your situation here. On another hand, a certain person is just going to give you really wonderful idea. Somebody who's very smart, somebody who's very clever, somebody who's very educated, somebody who's very intelligent is going to give you like some kind of idea. This person is full of little secret, and this person is also at the same time going to give you and tell you a little secret, but there is something that's going to become almost sacred for you as well at the same time. And that person is going to help you to kind of deal with the scrutinizing. Some really not really nice person is here, and somebody is going to try to scrutinize you, somebody is going to try to be a little bit negative to you, somebody is going to be a little bit low to you. And just remember, this is going to be a very clever and very wise moment for you, because you're going to learn something really important through some negative situation here. And that important, what you're going to learn is how to kind of like turn the negativity into positivity and make yourself rise above the situation so much to the point where you get not only the new focus, but you activate yourself in such a way which is going to give you the whole new perspective. Very important, because that in itself is going to be such a significant time for those of you that are actually going out and spending time with people. This is going to be the week of socialization. This is going to be important. There are lots of important choices that you're going to be facing and making and having while you're meeting people this week. So important for you to go out and meet as many people as you can. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about health, it is the dry hands that you are going to have, and lack of B vitamins. You see, you need to top up, you need to take a B vitamins, because I can see just a tiny little bit of stress that you're going to have. And this is only because you're going to be thinking a lot, you're going to have your eyes wide open, you know, you're going to be making certain decisions that are going to surprise you, but that they're going to drain like a certain energy out of you. So that's why I'm saying it's just so important to make sure that you're taking the B vitamins, and something like maybe if you drink lots of if you eat lots of spinach, for example, avocado, you know, and things like that can bring you so much actually B vitamins, like avocado, spinach, you know, eggs, you know, and all these things are so rich in B vitamins. Or you can get like a supplement, but they need to be 100% natural, okay? And basically this is for your stress, a little bit of stress and worries, you see. On another hand, for dry hands, it's just so important to make sure that you're actually taking like a flaxseed oil capsules, and flaxseed oil capsules are absolutely brilliant when it comes to the actual dry skin in general. I think it's going to be more than just the dry hands, but dry hands are going to be quite dry in particular. But it's telling me that you should just top up like on a flaxseed oil, which is essential fatty acids that you normally get in fish, but this is the plant form. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, please check with your doctor, check with your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact or not. So basically, for those of you that are actually in relationship, This is a great time for your negotiations. This is a great time for you to start doing things. This is a great time for you to actually put input into things. But for your partner, no. Your partner should not do any negotiations or anything to do with the money. Your partner just stays away from it. So this is what I want you to say to you, because if your partner, you see that this is the way life is. This is the way things are. It all depends. We're all individual spirits. But when it comes to your partner, just don't start anything big. You can do this. You can take this role on instead. But not this week for your partner. Week after that, absolutely fine. But this week, stay away from any big deals or anything like that. Completely opposite of what I said to you. And for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, this is where I'm getting excited. This is where I'm getting excited, because for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, there is something very important going to happen. Very important week of meeting people, very important week of socializing, and especially very important week when you're going to meet a certain group of people. This whole group of people is going to be very important to you later on, because this group of people is just also going to be the best friends or best people with the person that is just going to that is about to walk into your life. There is, with this group of people, is going to be somebody that you are going to meet, somebody that you haven't met before, somebody that you haven't seen before. This is going to be part of the completely different situation, but it's just going to make you feel so good, and you will know exactly who I think. You will know exactly who I mean. So there is someone that is going to manifest this week, and I like it because you're going to like it as well. Very significant, and very significant when it comes to your life later on. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking, sorry, the next, oh God, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is Leo. Leo, you have been going through very important stages. Leo, you have been going through very important changes. Leos, you have been going through very important dimensions, and that's why there is so much that have been happening in your life. But it's a lot been going on in your mind, with your emotions, with your sensitivity, with you making decisions, with you starting to think differently. This is because you were affected by different dimensions, you were affected by different vibrations, and this is because you needed to dig a little bit into your own emotions in order to illuminate certain stages and certain parts of your life that are about to give it a whole new perspective and are about to confirm a certain passion in your life. You know, I just want to say to you, this is so important, and your number, this number is number 1, my babies, number 1. You also write that number down somewhere and have it with you all this week. The reason why it's very important for us to for you to get attached to this particular energy of number 1, because that in itself is going to help even more with this vibration, and also at the same time this is going to be a perfect week when it comes to the actual combination of material and spiritual prosperity. Now you need to see, now you need to know, now you need to pay attention to both of the things, like materialistically what you feel drawn to doing, making, starting, and also spiritually it's important for you to see what you feel like doing, starting, making, that is just going to bring the whole new blessings and healing and vibration into your life. This is so important because some kind of new stage, new life, it's going to be actually revealed to you at the end of this week, and this in itself is going to be a big, huge, massive starting point indeed, and it's going to give it a control over the situation, and it's going to give it a new strength, it's going to give it a new courage, because you're going to feel happy and you're going to feel certain about those uncertainty that you had in the last couple of months. Most certainly this is going to make you feel very, very active, and it's going to give you lots of confidence, and you're going to realize really huge accomplishment. It's going to allow you also financially and monetary to do something really big. A new stage is going to happen, you know, through the certain traveling and journey. You will be talking about certain traveling and certain journey, and this in itself is going to be really important for you to do, because it's going to help you with a certain sadness, with a certain negativity, and a certain heartbreaking situation that happened not that long ago. You were clever, you made the right decision, you did the right thing, you did the right decision, but this traveling is just going to be really good, because it's going to help you like spiritually, mentally, to take your spirit, you know, on the whole new level. This is so important because for practicality and security, this is going to be the huge stage, huge moment in your life, and also the certain departure is going to become very evident, which is going to make you and help you think about a big change in your life. That is going to take a while, one step at a time, but this is going to be the beginning. This is going to be just the start. The certain family member that you were worrying about is actually going to be having a really great news. The certain family member that you've been worrying about is going to have a really great news, and that is just going to be very motivating for them, and motivation for that family member is going to bring you a whole new life. This is going to mean so much to you because you will be able to chill out and relax after this moment, after this point. When it comes to those of you actually wondering about work, you see the certain apprenticeship is going to come forward, and for you to actually make this certain apprenticeship, certain stage of your life to actually happen and manifest, I will tell you what you need to do. All you need to do is just be committed to what you're doing. All you need to do, just keep on focusing on what you're focusing on so far, what you want to happen this week. Is going to be important for you to understand that the new stage is going to be unfolded, available to you through you actually focusing. That is going to be the key. That is going to be the secret. That is going to reveal something really huge indeed. A whole new level, the whole new stage of your life. Important time for those of you that are looking for a job. Important time for those of you that are looking for work as well. Do you know what I was going to say to you? You're going to need to make sure that you flush out the toxins out of the system. So important to eat as healthy as possible, eat as organic as possible this week. I'm not saying that you're not doing it, but just in case if you're not, just to say to you that this is also the great way to detox your body from the toxins, and drink a lot of juices. If you can make your own juices every single morning, like oranges, like a lime, lemon is brilliant, you know, just make your own juices and oranges, and that is going to help you to flush out the toxins. But also what else I need you to take is actually take natural antibiotic. Natural antibiotic is going to be really important for you. So you either take a propolis capsules or a little liquid, or you can take like a garlic capsules, or like or you can eat garlic every single day if you don't mind, or like even honey. You know, honey is actually really good, like a natural antibiotic, like a manuka honey or something like that, something slightly stronger. But if you have a problem with the honey or propolis, I completely understand, then you can actually have a garlic. Garlic is going to do you just so good as well. Garlic is brilliant. If you do decide to go for the capsules, you just check with a doctor or GP if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, whether you can take this or not, because only your doctor or GP can tell you. But these are natural supplements. If you take them in a capsule form, then just make sure that they're completely natural without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. You see, when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, you see it's the beginning of the whole new adventure. This is so good, beautiful readjustment. The people had lots of problems. The people were struggling in a relationship. The people just didn't know what to do and didn't know which direction to go. So the things are about to change here, because it's a really great the time of unfoldment and the time of the new beginning is happening here. Enthusiasm is coming in between two people. Love, relationship, trust, the whole new beginning, and it's also unlimited possibilities for both couples. For the couple, are going to become evident. This is going to be so good because the certain problem that was having a really negative impact on both of you, it's coming to an end. So this is really good. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, it's like, ooh la la. Do you know what? Monetary, this is going to be a great week. Financially, this is going to be absolutely fantastic week. And you're going to feel really good. You will be able to help people in your life. You will be able to help people in your family. This is why I'm saying this is so important. But on another hand, when you get like a certain material attainment, the moment that happens, you will also find yourself like being very happy, find yourself being really optimistic, because something is going to make you feel really good. Your own gain, your own power, your own, strength is going to be shown through this so much, because on one hand something is going to be confirmed to you, but on another hand you're actually going to have a really huge advantage. You will want to celebrate things, you will want to meet with people, you will want to reconnect with people, and it is just about you reconnecting with people, and it's about you kind of like enjoying your success, and that energy is just just going to trigger something. That energy is going to bring something. That energy is just kind of going to also be responsible for you choosing a certain thing that you wouldn't normally choose. And what you're going to choose is also going to have an impact on where you're going to go and where you're going to end up with and who you're going to end up with. I'm not talking about a person, but I'm talking about like a people. I'm talking about situation. I'm talking about having a fun, and I'm talking about enjoying yourself, because there is going to be more about you enjoying yourself and you reconnecting with people than anything else. This reconnection is going to be so strong. This reconnection is going to be so powerful. This reconnection is going to be more stronger than anything else, because you're going to find out and you're going to realize something really interesting about yourself, and that realization is going to have a direct impact on the new person that is about to walk into your life. So watch this space. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, it's going to be Virgo, my gorgeous Virgos. Now, Virgos, you will be experimenting a lot this week. You will want to try new things this week. You will want to connect and reconnect with the people. You will socialize a lot as well this week. But also, on another hand, there is somebody that is going to reach out. Somebody is going to need your help. Somebody will need your power. Somebody will need your love, but you're going to need to find out who this is. Because I don't know how to explain this, but it's going to be on you to actually do this, on you to find out who this is, because only like this you're already with the power of your mind going to start something very powerful. Remember how many times I say to you that when you focus on something, you make things happen. You know, when you focus on something, you direct this powerful energy. You know, you direct this powerful energy towards what you would want to direct it. So that's why I'm saying that this thought, this feeling, this energy is going to help you to realize an important stage of your life is about to happen, but also it's just going to help you and help others. This is a very sacred energy. This is a very special energy. This is a very powerful energy. So somebody is going to need your help, and I need you to work out who this is, and I need you to get through. This is somebody who drew through to them. This is somebody who means to you so much. This is somebody very bright. This is somebody very smart. This is somebody very significant in your life indeed, but they need help, and maybe they're not even realizing themselves. So that's why this energy of you going through first and asking, is everything okay? It's on you to find out who this is, and then it's on you to actually have this sacred, beautiful control over your life and control over the situation and control over the certain problem that could have happened and could have unfolded if you didn't actually step in. So important time of adjustment and the time of readjustment this is. What else I was going to say to you know, it's also going to be the certain pressure that you are going to feel. Now, sorry about this, I'm itchy. The certain pressure that you are going to feel, it's actually going to make you feel like a little bit like uneasy when it comes to the new stage in your life, but then you will realize, you know, a little bit of overburden feeling, a little bit of excessive pressures, you know, that you're going to feel sorry, especially at the beginning of the week. But this is going to be so good, because this is also going to make you realize that there is a certain stage of your life that was making you feel very pressurized, that was making you feel really unhappy, that was making you feel really uneasy. It's also at the same time it's coming to an end. You're going to need to be very smart. You're going to need to be very clever. And just remember, whatever it happens, do not overreact. Whatever it happens, don't explode. Whoever tries to trigger you this week, don't explode, yeah? Whoever tries to like have a conflict with you, just stay away from them. There is a little bit of a little snake going to be revealed. But that snake that is going to be revealed, it's actually going to be your own power. It is going to be your own power, not that snake is going to be your own power. No, the snake, that what I was going to say is the snake that is going to reveal, it's actually going to have a direct impact on your own power, because you will be tested without you even realizing. All you need to do is just make sure that you're keeping certain things to yourself throughout this week. Don't talk about your finances. Don't talk about the things that are important to you, that are emotionally important to you. You know, just keep them to yourself. For example, but just throughout this week. And this is how this person is not going to be able to use something like this against you. On another hand, you are going to be the one who is actually going to come on top, and on another hand, you're going to realize some kind of really powerful skill about yourself, but the realization also that it's time to move on with a new stage in your life in order to prevent something like this from happening to you. It's almost like you're going to learn through somebody's like a negative or bad situation, and you will prevent this from happening to you through this realization. On another hand, what else I was going to say is just so good. This week it's going to be a great success, a huge success, a massive success. It is just so much connected to the time that you were worrying about. It's just it is connected to the time and to the fact that you started doing something differently. You started doing something in a slightly different way not that long ago, and you were too kind of a little bit uncertain, and then you started like kind of paving your life path towards that particular way, towards that particular perspective, towards that particular direction, but you weren't too sure if that was the right thing or not. Little hermit, if you knew, little hermit in you was pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. Do you know what am I talking about? Little hermit in you was pushing you. Little sacred hermit in you, within you, was pushing you and pushing you slowly and gently towards the new stage, a new path in your life without you even realizing. And this, the result was you feeling drawn towards the new stage. You weren't too sure completely, but now as the time went by, if you were just like closely going towards that particular stage, now this all makes sense. Now there is going to be an important moment that you're going to have, and at the same time this is all going to be an advancement to you, an advancement for you, and it's gonna come and happen with elements of surprise, because there is going to be an unknown stage, an unknown situation that is going to actually occur. This unknown situation is on another hand going to be so brilliant, it is going to help you and make you realize that there's so many options that you actually have, so many options that you actually have. From the time when you thought, oh, what I'm going to do now, you're just going to find yourself like before the end of this week in a situation where it is the whole new harmony going to come through, the completion is going to be very important, this very huge powerful ending, but also at the same time massive beginning, massive huge beginning. And that in itself is just going to bring you a great determination, a realization you did things right, you were doing the right things when everybody thought like, what are you doing now, you knew you were doing the right things. And now that is just going to bring you the whole new initiative, strength, activity, power. It is just so good, because emotionally this is going to be an important time for you, because also you will just make a really important decision. The decision that you're going to make is going to be directly connected to your home, directly connected to your situation, and you will surprise yourself. This is going to be a clever decision, powerful decision. Certain traveling is also going to be kind of involved with this, but you will surprise yourself to the point where you're just going to kind of wow, you will feel very creative when you think about a certain stage in your life, and that is going to be your direct answer. That is going to show you a new beginning. That is going to show you a new passion. It's so important, because you know, at the end of the day, my babies, when it comes to your practicality and security, you will be surprised. This is the time when financially you're going to have a great time, but also a particular option is just like, it's not only about you enjoying your life, you're seeing the whole different side to this, but also at the same time it is just going to make you feel free, and it is going to make you feel really happy, and you're finally suddenly going to find yourself being very optimistic. This is also going to be an important week to watch for your dreams. Watch for your dreams. There is something very important going to be revealed to you, okay, within this week, okay, from the 10th and in between the 10th and the 16th of June. There is going to be a life-changing dream that you are going to have. The way this is going to happen and what I need to say and how it's going to happen, it really depends on your particular spiritual journey. All I want to say, it's going to be really bizarre, it's going to be really strange, and somebody is going to surprise you in your dream to the point that you're not going to believe it. And that is going to be an amazing starting point when you're going to realize something really important and certain changes you're going to need to make in order to move on with your life, okay? Now what else I was going to say is just basically it is just a new inspiration. I like it. excited because the new inspiration is going to come through, new dream is going to come through, new hope is going to come through. And also there is an important contact with someone that you are going to have this week that is literally going to change your life. Okay, very important, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, yeah, when it comes to the actual health, it's very important, I'm going to say, to get the actual B vitamins. Just so important, because you will be needing a little top up when it comes to the actual B vitamins, because you will be making lots of decisions, and that in itself is going to make you just a little bit stressed, a little bit of stress is completely normal, so don't worry about it too much. But the B vitamins, the natural form of B vitamins, would be absolutely super essential for you to take, and you can take this like in a natural form of like a capsules. Just make sure they're all natural without any horrible ingredients or chemicals. And also you can eat like a lot of spinach and turnip, like for example eggs, you know. And on another hand, what else I want you to say to what I want you to take, what I think that you're going to benefit from, is this the actual sea vegetable called Irish moss. Irish moss, it's absolutely brilliant. You know, I'm completely obsessed with like the sea vegetables. It's so healthy, it's so spiritual, full of vitamins and minerals. It's so powerful indeed. And I like spirulina, like all these things are like a blue-green algae, which are absolutely significant, so powerful, not only for our health, you know, in general, but for our energy, you know, for stress and all these things, you know, all in one, stomach, digestion. So a little bit of tiredness that you are going to feel, it's not going to be too bad at all, but just try to take Irish moss. It's called Irish moss for energy, or like spirulina. But I would like, for this week in particular, you will benefit from Irish moss. It's absolutely brilliant. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, please check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And if you buy this, if you get this, just make sure it's natural, organic, without any nasty ingredients. It's so important. For those of you that are actually in relationship, it is just gonna, financially, something really important is gonna happen in between you and your partner, and realization, news that you are going to have, and that is going to boil down to the money and results are nearly due. And you're gonna like this, because that is going to put a smile on your big faces. That is going to put a big smile on your faces. That's the one, big smile on your faces. And that in itself is going to be a great starting point, because it's gonna make you reorganize things a little bit. But most certainly this whole new option is gonna become significant here. For those of you that are single and ready to mingle, I can see someone so powerful. I can see someone so special that you're going to meet this week, and that person is actually going to be somebody whom you will see your whole life straight away. This is going to be somebody that you're going to meet when you least expect it. This is going to be somebody that you're going to also meet while you're maybe doing something maybe like a little bit of exercise, or you're doing something, you're surrounded by the people, but most certainly you're going to be very active indeed. But most certainly this is not going to be the time when you're going to think that you're going to meet somebody, and even if you see this person straight away, you will think like, oh no, it's not going to be somebody. But as soon as you talk to them, as soon as that person opens their mouth, they're going to become more delicious and more delicious and more delicious. The more you talk to them, they will become more delicious. So this is going to be one step at a time, and somebody very interesting that is going to walk into your life. This person is very smart, and it's very intelligent, and it's very clever, and it's going to inspire you in many different ways. Okay, so now the next sign. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of the first cards, and this card, okay, I'm gonna get rid of these are the cards that I had here at the beginning. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on the floor. Bye, see ya. Okay, so help me, God! No, I'm joking. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is Libra, of course. Libera, 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 like a little butterfly. Libera, Libera, Libera. Behave, Libra! You're still not behaving. No, this is a great week. You will have a big you will be facing a really big change, and the change that you're going to be facing this week, it's going to kind of happen just out of the blue. It's going to happen really quick, it's going to happen really fast, and it's going to surprise you as well. It's just going to happen out of the blue, which means right at the beginning of this week, right from Monday, as of Monday on this week, you're going to start feeling very bright, you're going to start feeling very radiant, you're going to start feeling very positive, but also at the same time there is an energy that you're going to have that you're not going to be able to explain. Now this is the part, this is the bit, because this new energy is just going to be directly involved with a certain unfoldment, but that unfoldment, before that starts happening, you're just going to kind of start getting feeling for the new perspective in your life. That in itself is going to have a wonderful impact on you, and you are going to find yourself like doing so much. You're going to find yourself focusing on so much. You're going to find yourself doing a lot when it comes to your home, when it comes to your like direct changes, when it comes to your home, and also you're going to find yourself doing bizarre changes, different changes, strange changes. This is because you will be able to see your own reflection in a completely different way. Just for this week, the fact that you're going to be able to see your own reflection in a completely different way this week, it's the gift from God, it's the gift from universe, it's a gift from your spirits, it's a gift from your spirit guides, it's a gift from your guardian angels. I can't explain how important this is going to be, because that is going to help you to deal with the stupid annoying problem that caused so much ruin and so much pain and so much affliction and so much sadness in your life for the last 24 months. On another hand, you will be able to see completely different side to it. You will be able to look at the things from a completely different angle. And what is that going to bring? Not only you making the wisest decision of your life that is going to be confirmed to you and for you by the end of this week, but this is also going to bring you and start the whole new creation, the whole new creativity, the whole new knowledge, you know. And that in itself is just going to be beginning of probably one of the most powerful experiences that you had. Okay, this is so good, because also at the same time there is going to be certain knowledge that you're going to make, and your mind is going to be penetrated in so many different ways. You're going to find yourself being so excited and so ecstatic, and every now and then you will be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm so excited, I'm so ecstatic. This is because you will live again. This is because the child within you is going to be born again. The little child, you know, when we are children, when we are little, you know, we are so happy, we are so happy, we are so happy. Now, this is the time of reawakening when it comes to that inner child within you. This is going to be everything, and that inner child within you, it's going to have the eyes open throughout this week. And this is so important, because throughout this week you will be able to think about things, to focus on things, to do things without actually being drawn down, without actually holding the ground with the negativity and things like that, you know, without feeling negative, because as we go older, then we forgot how to be happy. I'm not saying you forgot how to be happy, but it's like a little child in us. It goes away because we worry about the things that we shouldn't even worry about. We worry about life, oh yeah, because we are meant to worry about life, and that affects us. It affects us. It affects our spiritual journey. It affects our spirituality. It affects our optimism. So this is why I'm saying this is so important, because that is just going to help you to realize the certain completion, the certain life came to a completion, and that little child within you that is about to have really big eyes and just go throughout the whole week, it's going to be absolutely life-changing for you. And also, you know, like a practical, your practicality is going to become very significant, and you will want to deal with those problems, those issues where you felt like restrained. This little child that is going to be reawakened within you, it's going to help you to deal with the problems and with those parts of your lives that was keeping you restrained, and that even more importantly what was preventing you to move on, okay, with your life. This is why this is so important. And also the certain grief is going to become like a kind of evident, you know, the certain grief, the certain problem also is going to become evident, and you're going to have to deal with it, and other people are going to be involved with this. But that is going to be so good, because on one hand it's going to help you like with the discontinuance of certain effort. You know that there will be like a little bit of disappointment, but on another hand this is going to be brilliant, and it's going to lead you towards you making a certain decision to change something, your direction slightly, and that in itself is going to be your turning point. And your turning point is going to reveal an animal to you. At around the time you see an unusual animal, this animal can be anything, something. This animal will be either unusual, or this animal will be doing other unusual things. You know, at around the time when you see an unusual animal, or the animal doing unusual thing, it's very important to stop for a second, and it's very important to like kind of like just relax for a couple of seconds and just see what is the main problem, what is the first problem that comes to your mind, and also see how can this animal, what this animal was doing, where have you seen this animal, and what were you thinking about the time, at around the time, because something really important is about to be absolutely revealed to you, and that is going to lead towards a huge, massive celebration, because you will make a really big decision, and that celebration will want you to gather people, the best people in your life, and also it's going to make you feel a very, very healing effect on you. It's going to make you feel very, very artistic, but at the same time it's just going to make you realize that there is a certain compromise that you are going to need to make. But the most importantly, oh my god, this is going to be huge. 3 months later, there is a stage that you are going to have from this moment, yeah, that is going to be the second next important stage that is just going to unfold, and it's going to stem from this moment. Absolutely fantastic new time of creativity. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Libra. Okay, it's antioxidants, vitamin A, C, and E. You need to make sure that you are taking vitamins A, C, and E, which are antioxidants. So important, because this is something that you're going to need, okay? So if you get like a capsules or tablets which are naturally rich in vitamins A, C, and E, okay, so important, or liquid, as long as it's natural, without any horrible ingredients or anything like that, please. And also please try to get like a chamomile tea bags, organic chamomile tea bags, and try to drink this throughout the week without any sugar, please. A little bit of honey if you want, a little bit of lemon, unwaxed lemon, and try to drink this like throughout the actual week, because chamomile is going to help you a lot to flush out certain toxins out of the system, which is also going to be important for you to do this week. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, please check with your doctor or your GP. If you do decide to go for these tablets or capsules, vitamin A, C, and E, just check with your doctor or your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your medications or not. Okay, so now basically when it comes to the actual relationship, you see, it's just like a certain plan you're going to need to change. You know, you and your partner came to the certain point when where you will have to kind of make attention, you know, pay attention to the certain harmony, and that attention, paying attention to the certain harmony, it's also going to make you realize that there is a certain plan that you had will come to an end. So please try to understand, because if you go by this plan, it's something that you've been focusing on, you wanted to happen and it didn't work, so just kind of stop there and just kind of move on from this particular situation, particular plan. As soon as you realize that this plan is not going to work, that's better. Something else is going to come up. Okay, sorry my darling. Okay, so now this for those of you that are actually single, you see, for those of you that are single, at the moment, at the time you get a certain promotion, at the moment, at the time when you feel like you're going to go through the certain rebirth, this is going to be the moment, this is going to be the time. And it's not only about that, it's about the moment you're going to have this week, it's about the time that you're going to have this week, it's about the realization that you're going to have this week. That in itself is going to be the new beginning that is going to start then and there, but it's going to have to be through the certain realization. My Libras, you're holding on for something, someone, you also need to but you're also going to need to repent and forgive. That you need to forgive, because this forgiveness, the very moment, very second, somebody that hurt you in your past, like emotionally, or somebody that did something to you and made you live it left you like a little bit like a negative, it left a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth. You just need to kind of outcome. You need to have an outcome of that. You need to grow above it. So there is still someone that you're holding on for. And that very moment you will have this. You will have this realization and you will realize this. And that in itself is going to be a very important moment for you, because that moment is going to want you to reconnect with people, but also at the same time it's going to make you to be very adventurous. Now, just remember, my Libra, being adventurous this week is the key. Okay, just remember. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be my gorgeous, my powerful Scorpio. Make sure you avoid this little bastard. There's a little bastard, sorry. Bastard. Okay, the couple of people that I don't like around you this week. Couple of people that I really dislike, and both of these people are very naughty. Both of these people are very dark, and both of these people are having a very negative impact in influence on you energetically and spiritually, and when it comes to your own grounding. So which means that these people in your life, they're not really good. They have a bad influence. There are a couple of people that are making you feel negative, they're making you feel bad, they're bringing you down, and it's on you to understand and it's on you to realize who these people are. These are people that are not like maybe necessarily directly connected to you, but these people are so important, not only because I'm going to ask you to wear a couple of bags of salt, little bags of sea salt in each pocket to protect yourself from the negativity from these little bastards. Excuse my French. Yeah, from these little from these people. But it's like basically, it's also a couple of bags of salt, like a sea salt. One little bag in this, one little sea salt bag in this pocket, and then another one in this pocket. And that in itself is just going to help you so much to kind of protect yourself from negative energy from these people. But let me tell you something, more importantly, why did I say this and why am I talking about this? Is because these two people are going to help you realize something false, something bad, something negative, and most important, they're also going to make you realize something about being double-faced. It's also going to make you realize to be more careful, but it's also above all more importantly going to give you the certain new cautious, and that cautious feeling that you're going to have is, believe me, not going to be the start. It's going to be the start of something really big, because I know it sounds weird, I know it sounds bizarre, I know it sounds crazy. This is going to be directly connected to the invitation and opportunity that you're going to have, that is going to be literally life-changing indeed. So that's what I'm saying, because these two people, this negativity and this situation is going to help you to move on from the stage in your life. And this is the way your spirit guides, your gods and your guardian angels are trying to let you know, hey, hello, I'm here, to move on from with a certain stage in your life. This is going to be an important time, because the whole radiance is going to come through this, and it's going to make you feel very optimistic, like you want to have your vavavoom moment, you want to have a new start, you want to have a new time in your life indeed. And also at the same time, you will have a very strong connection feeling with the family. You will want to see the family members, you will want to connect with the family members, you will want to phone them, and this is going to be very strong, and it's going to mean to you so much. There's going to be very important news, realization that you're going to have from the certain family member, or if you haven't got a family, it's going to be from a friend who is very important to you, and it's like a friend, so basically like a family member. So watch for this information that you are going to have, because this information is also going to help you with your own perfection when it comes to your life, making a really important decision, but it's also going to help you to give you new strength and courage and optimism and self-esteem with the stage that is about to unfold in your life. And that in itself is just going to bring a really wonderful harmony, and it's going to be the beginning of the whole new adventure. At the same time, there is an important news that you're actually going to also have, which is going to be like an option with what you do, what you work, what you focus on. If you're retired, then there's going to be still an option that you're going to have, and that option that is going to have, it's going to be really good for you, very important for you. And this is when the whole new passion is going to come through you, because the satisfaction and accomplishment is going to be absolutely incredible. You're going to feel very important, you're going to feel very sexy, you're going to feel very important this week, and you're going to feel you're really really powerful this week as well. So just make sure you go and reconnect and connect to as many people as you can. Try as many things as you can. Go out, because my baby Scorpio, come out to play. This is your time to come out to play. This is the time when you live. This is the time when you are about to open your eyes. This is the time when your energy starts being very vibrating, and this is the moment and this is the time when you will be able to focus and use your inner power and inner energy to the best of your abilities. Absolutely fantastic. You know that this is so important, going to be like when it comes to the actual the whole new inspiration that you are going to have, and the inspiration that you're going to have, it's going to come to the certain person that you really look up to, and that inspiration is just going to be so good for you because it is going to be the right person to actually look up to. It's going to be somebody very powerful, somebody very spiritual, somebody very significant in your life, and that in itself is just going to give you great determination, new initiative, new strength and new power. I can't stress how important this is, because lots of you just needed this new initiative, new strength and new power. This week this is going to become strong. This week this is going to become evident, because you're going to start feeling very, very active and very determined to make it, very determined to deal with certain issues and very determined to deal with certain problems. Okay, what else I was going to say is just like basically it is just a recognition when it comes to the work, when it comes to career. It's the recognition, and that recognition is going to mean to you more than anything else, seriously. And a new learning progress, new learning curfew, new learning power. New learning power is also going to be a significant time, because it's going to push you towards the direction that you wouldn't normally go towards, but most certainly that is going to be the direct answer to the certain annoying problem that you had for a while. And this is going to be absolutely fantastic, a new starting point, because it's going to help you to deal with a certain crisis that you had recently, and also this is going to become a whole new promise. You will feel very proud of yourself, and I feel proud of you as well. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about the health, just drink as much water as you can. Just pure water throughout this week. Cut down any sugar, or don't take sugar, because this is something that is going to make you feel really, really sensitive. On another hand, what else I was going to say, avoid aluminium. Avoid aluminium, especially when it comes to your actual deodorant. People don't realize, deodorants are nasty. Like deodorants, normal deodorants, like full of chemicals. Oh my lord. People think, oh yeah, antiperspirant, oh great, yeah. This is what you're gonna feel very sensitive about. Antiperspirants with chemicals. Please be careful with this, yeah? Because people think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put antiperspirants, and people don't realize it's not only your pores, you block your pores, your sweat pores. That's bad. That's really, really bad, and it's very dangerous, very dangerous. Just think about it. You block all your pores, like on your body, like your sweat doesn't come out. Where is it going? It's not natural. Your sweat is meant to come out, So that's why I'm saying the normal deodorants, they contain this horrible aluminium. So this is something that you're going to be very sensitive to. Try to get natural deodorants. People think that the natural deodorants don't work without aluminium and all these nasty chemicals, but they do, trust me. They do absolutely brilliant. So if you can get like a natural deodorants, that would be without any aluminium, that would be absolutely brilliant. And also, what else I was going to say, it's like to do with your bones. Your bones and muscles are going to be a little bit of a sensitive area this week. So you would need like a combination of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. If you can take capsules or tablets with a combination of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, and this is going to be brilliant for you. And just make sure that you check with your doctor, you check with your GP if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding. But for your muscles and bones, that I'm seeing that in general this is going to be slightly more sensitive area, just get like a calcium, magnesium, and vitamin C tablets. Just make sure that they're natural without any horrible ingredients. Or you can actually get like calcium and magnesium, but then if you spend enough time in the sun, you can get your vitamin D that way as well. But this is like kind of a must. On another hand, it's basically for those of you that are actually in relationship, your partner is going to have so many ideas for you, you. Your partner is going to have so many ideas this week, and it's important to pay attention. It's important to pay attention to what your partner is talking about this week and which ideas they have, because something very sacred is going to be around them. Something very energetic is going to be around them. On another hand, this is going to reflect in such a way that they're going to be full of ideas that you're going to benefit from. Okay? For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, you see, for those of you that are single, this is going to be a great time, a great week of flirtations. This is exactly what you need. I can see you meeting lots of people. I can see you being very daring. I can see you enjoying yourself. I can see you having a great time. Most importantly, flirting, meeting people, and having this energy, this exchange of energy is just absolutely mind-blowing. For you, at this moment in time, this is going to be beginning of something really big, beginning of something really new, beginning of something really massive when it comes to your life and the whole new adventure. But this is what you need to do, just enjoying yourself and discovering yourself and rediscovering yourself through your own flirting. You're going to like it because you're going to feel and be super sexy, and the actual attention that you will get back, it's going to be like literally life-changing. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be gorgeous Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius, my beautiful Sagittarius, is basically, this is just going to be like a kind of like the first week, the first couple of days are going to start a little bit weird, a little bit strange, because something is going to happen and it's just not going to go towards the direction that you want to go. Just a little bit of change, but it's the change that you didn't want, the change that you didn't plan, the change that you didn't really think about, you see. And that is going to happen like a little bit of unexpected, and a couple of people are going to be involved in here. A couple of people are going to play a significant role. It's going to surprise you. It's going to make you feel like, oh no, something is coming to an end. It's something is going to disappoint you a little bit. Please don't get like really upset now that I'm saying this, because this is all happening for a reason. This is going to be great. This is going to be so good, because this is all going to happen right at the beginning of this week. But most importantly, it is going to help you to make a really important decision. It may not be that easy, it may not be that sparkly, it may not be that happy, optimistic, but at the end of the day, this is very important readjustment that you are going to have. And that readjustment, yes, it is going to make you feel like oh God, but then again, at the same time, this is exactly what you need to go through. And at the same time, this is going to be the time of your own power, the time of your own invocation, the time of your own energy, because whatever you think of and whatever you're focusing on at around this time, at around this moment in time, it's going to be very strong when it comes to your own personal manifestation. You will know that there is going to be like a little bit of partial loss that is actually going to be connected to this situation, but at the same time, this is going to be so good, because you're going to need to make a certain judgment, and that in itself is just going to be so good, because it's going to help you to understand a certain issue, certain person, certain problem, certain unfoldment that actually happened. On another hand, you will have a great time when it comes to work, great time when it comes to career, great time when it comes to finances, because most certainly you will be kind of like singled out, most certainly you will be praised, most certainly this is going to be the time of recognition. You will feel like cocky, but in the good way cocky, and that is going to be so good. That is going to be great, because that's exactly what you needed, because you needed a little bit of vavavoom here. You needed a little bit of confidence that is going to give you radiance, and that in itself is going to become really your own new starting point, because you will realize this is your very big important moment about to happen, and that important moment is just going to give you so much confidence. You will, on one hand, you will be tested, on another hand, you will really not know what to do, and then again, you will know that these are your blessings, and you will know that this is determination that you will feel. You will feel very, very drawn towards like dealing with a certain problem, dealing with an issue, dealing with some part of your life that you don't want to deal. Now, this is going to be a completely different side that you're going to be looking this from, and that different side is going to give you a different perspective, and this different perspective is going to help you to realize a passion behind all that. But you're going to need to go through this in order to get where you want to get. This is so important indeed. On another hand, you also need to make sure that you're paying attention to your dreams. You're paying attention to your dreams because something is also going to be revealed to your dreams, something about your life and something about yourself that you're actually going to be quite surprised indeed. Number 6, it's also going to make some kind of sense. Number 6 is going to play an important role here as well. Financially, this is going to be great, and there is an advancement that you're going to end up with. I like this. I like this. I like this because at the same time, I can see that you will find yourself in a really good situation financially, and somebody, some family member, someone is going to need your help, I think, and that is just going to make you feel so good about yourself. Let me tell you something that you wanted to happen in like the last 36 months, it's about to start unfolding here. So who cares about that little complete little change that I said at the beginning, because at the end of the day, something really big is going to happen, the huge unfoldment, something big that you wanted to happen in a really long time. And it's also something that you wouldn't even talk about so much to other people. It's just something that you were really focusing on now. This is happening, and that is bringing you really fantastic beginning, fantastic new creation, creativity, fantastic determination, and also the new option is going to become very evident here for you, and that option is also going to be connected to you making a certain trip, you making a certain journey. Somebody from the past, it's also going to come forward and make themselves known. Somebody who you forgot about, somebody's going to come through and forward in your past, from your past as well. What else I was going to say is just basically it is all about your own advantage, and it is all about your victory and the certain difficulty that you had. You know, it's about to have an unfoldment here, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Most certainly this is going to be the time of a new beginning, and most certainly by the time you get to the end of this week, it's going to be really beautiful rebirth that you are going to have, you're going to feel, and you will want to reward yourself. This is an important time to reward yourself with something spiritual. Get nice crystal, get beautiful flower that means something to you, nice little statue or something, you know, it depends, but try to spiritually reward yourself, because spiritual, when you reward yourself every time when you feel a little low later on, when you put focus on a certain subject, certain flower or something, certain crystal, you know, when you reward yourself like that at this particular sacred time, then later when you need a little bit of help, this is going to kind of rejuvenate you in such a wonderful way. Okay, what else I was going to say is just basically what you're going to need to do for your health. You're going to need to like top up on your protein, amino acids and protein. This is just so significant. Wheatgrass capsules, wheatgrass capsules, it's going to be your tablets, is going to be something that you're going to benefit from so much, because it's going to be so good for you. But at the same time, it's going to help you like with your stomach and to flush out the toxins as well. Wheatgrass capsules are going to give you a lovely amount of amino acids and protein, and please check with your doctor, your GP, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, because only your doctor, your GP can tell if this can interact with your existing medications or not. On another hand, for those of you in relationship, you know, it is just going to be very devoting moment with your partner. You're going to have something very special, very important is going to happen in between you and your partner, and the bottom line is that there's going to be devoting moment, powerful moment, significant moment. So for those of you that maybe lost the touch a little bit, balance, this is going to be the week of connection, reconnection and love. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, I will just run away, I will just stay away. For somebody who's like going to be really good looking, really interesting, that you're going to meet this week, somebody's going to come across this week, and somebody with like a very beautiful eyes, like really sexy eyes, something to do with their eyes are really significant, very striking. Stay away from them, because there is going to be a little snake that is going to come in a little mask of a little rabbit, a little bunny, sexy bunny or something, you know. But stay away from them, because you will be able to feel this, you will be able to sense that this person is not the right person, please, because somebody who's very greedy and somebody who's not good, somebody who's very negative, and it's too much of a negative energy attached to this person, and you will just kind of hurt yourself. So just stay away from this person this week. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, it's going to be gorgeous Capricornius. You need to keep going, keep keep going and be sharp, and do not stop, and do not get like distracted or obstructed. No, do not get distracted. That's the word. Do not get obstructed. Do not get distracted whatsoever, because it looks like you're going to be very easily kind of distracted this week, and that in itself, it's going to be your own testing moment, your own testing time. At the moment, at the time when you kind of feel very distracted, when at the time when you kind of feel like, oh no, you just want to do something really major because of the negativity that was attached to it and it made you feel this way, this is the moment, this is the moment, this is the moment, this is the test. You will have your test this week, my gorgeous Capricorn, and your test is going to be just keep going and keep doing and keep focusing on exactly what you're focusing on, because that in itself is going to, on one hand, help you to realize this continuous of certain effort is about to happen, and it's to do with a certain stage of your life that is just kind of like really wanted to be like your own new plan or new wishes, but it just didn't work. And that on another hand, it is going to help you to make really important judgment. And the judgment that you're going to make, it's going to have a very significant impact on your life, on your fortune, on your financial situation, and on where you live now, and a certain big change that is about to start unfolding. At the same time, let me tell you something, this is going to be your wheel of fortune. This is going to be all about your destiny, fortune, and fate. All I say to you, just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep doing things that you've been doing for a while, and keep focusing on things that you have been focusing for a while. And let me tell you, there is going to be the situation that you're going to find yourself. It's going to be really strange. It's going to be really bizarre. It's going to be really different. And that situation is also going to kind of make you make a really big decision. Make a really big decision really quick and really fast, and that in itself is just going to help you to realize the whole new inspiration that is about to happen. That inspiration is just going to bring the control over the negative situation in your life when it comes to the certain relationship that you've been through, but also at the same time it's going to help you to deal with the overburdened feeling that was making you feel really stressed. And this is purely because you were hoping for something to happen, you were thinking about something, you were like longing for something that you shouldn't. But then because of your spiritual journey, this is an important time, an important moment of an unfoldment where you're going to realize that a certain stage of your life came to an end. This is so important, because you're also going to have an omen this week, and the omen that you're going to have this week is going to come in the form of a bird. The bird that you're going to have, it's going to be blue, red, something to do with the blue and red color are going to be making very much strong sense when it comes to that little bird that you're going to have. Bird doesn't have to be necessarily blue, or it doesn't have to be necessarily like a red, but it's just that these colors are going to start making sense. Perhaps they're going to be like a little red flower next to it. You see, what is going to be very significant about this bird is going to be its size, and what is going to be significant, it's going to be its radiance, and also what is going to be significant, what the bird is actually doing. What a bird is actually doing is going to be your answer. What a bird is actually doing, it's going to open your eyes. What a bird is actually doing is going to be the huge new starting point for you, because that in itself is going to help you to make a really big decision, and that in itself is just going to lead towards a great determination, initiative, and strength. Fantastic realization you will have here. A surprise for somebody very special in your life, it's going to happen this week, and that surprise from somebody very special in your life, it's going to put a bigger smile on your face, but it's also going to help you to realize something, a certain understanding, and it's also going to help you realize the certain stage in your life it's about to start changing indeed, and this is going to be good, and this is going to be brilliant. What else I was going to say, you know, when it comes to work, career, and all that, you know, like recognition, the massive recognition you're going to have, I'm so happy for you, because it looks like you've been waiting for this for a while. You wanted to prove something for a while, so recognition, and this is going to lead towards a personal change, because this recognition that you're going to have, it's going to come in many ways and in many forms, and that in itself is going to give you so many opportunities, because you're going to realize, oh my God, my life is going to change completely. And that is a big moment indeed, and it's just to do with the rewards from your hard work, success, and admiration from others. I'm so happy, because you're going to be able to prove not only to yourself certain things, but to other people as well. What else I was going to say is that when it comes to your actual health, please, I need to tell you that you are going to have a cold and flu symptoms. Very important. Maybe a little bit of sore throat, maybe like a little bit of headache, maybe a little bit of chest. Just try to take like a golden seal. Vitamin C, like I always recommend, is so important. Quite a few signs needed vitamin C lately, indeed. Natural form of vitamin C, 800 to 1000 milligrams if you can have every single morning. So important. Natural, and also golden seal. You know, a golden seal, it's a herb. You see, it's similar to echinacea, but a golden seal would be fantastic when it comes to like a cold and flu, especially when it comes to like a head, like a throat and things like that. But especially when it comes to your sign for this particular week, try to get a tincture called golden seal, or capsules or tablets. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, check with your doctor, your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your medications or not. For those of you that are in relationship, fantastic progress. Your partner is going to have a huge progress this week, and that progress is just going to motivate you, and it's exactly what you needed, because you will be able to, on one hand, to prove something to yourself, and on another hand, this is going to bring the whole motivation. What else I was going to say, there is, for those of you that are actually single, it is just going to be the time of achieving things, the time of focus, the time of career, the time of work, the time of balance, the time of like adjusting things a lot. I can see you meeting people. I can see you like being like kind of like a center of attention a lot. I don't see you meeting someone really special or something like that this week, but it's just what is important is the actual communication with people. It's actual connection with the people. You're gonna discover and rediscover something about yourself by being with the people, by being part of the situations you wouldn't normally be part of, and that is going to be kind of the new starting point for yourself when it comes to making a really big decision, and that decision is going to be directly connected to somebody very special that is about to enter your life, but it wouldn't happen if this week never happened. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is Aquarius. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, Aquarius, I love you to bits, I love you to bits, I love you to bits. Now you're going to have a very strange moment this week. You're going to have a very strange moment this week when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your psychic life, when it comes to your third psychic eye, and when it comes to really important realization. You're also again going to be visited by a very strange spirit. Very bizarre spirit is going to be around you. It's a woman, it's a female, it's somebody who is also going to be like a very strongly connected to you, to your situation, to somebody in your life who's not perhaps too healthy, somebody in your life who is not perhaps too ecstatic when it comes to their health, and somebody in your life who's perhaps like a little bit elderly. This spirit is going to have a strong connection to that person, and they will kind of like be part of your energy, part of your dimension, and a certain information and realization that you are going to get through that spirit is just going to help you to make a certain decision, and that is going to be very important for you later on. And this is going to be a very certain stage that you know it's going to happen, and a certain unfoldment that is about to happen after this moment in time. On another hand, what else I was going to say, when it comes to work, when it comes to career, it is a great skill and accomplishment, and some kind of like a recognition, but by somebody in particular that is going to make sense to you so much, and also a big jump, a massive jump, a very significant jump that you are going to have this week, and this is going to come through your realization, something that you need to hurry up with a certain stage. Your time is running out. No, it doesn't really, but you need to just kind of hurry up, and this week is going to be a week of your adjustments and readjustments, and a week of like a management when it comes to you bringing more things into your life. Very spiritual week, because you will feel very deep, you will feel very strong, you will feel connected to your spirit guides even more more that you feel connected to power. On another hand, you will find yourself being very wise, and this is going to be due to you making the right decisions not that long ago, and now this is going to start paying off. And on another hand, this is also going to be the beginning of something really big, a really beautiful and powerful unfoldment, which is going to give you a new focus, and that is just going to make you feel really energized. And at the same time, it's going to be a new beginning, it's going to bring a new perspective, and also, as I said, it's just going to bring a whole new, like a wake-up call with a new promise. It's going to come through your own accomplishment, okay, and that is going to bring it a whole new direction. Do you know, I like it financially. This is going to be the great week to like invest into something, yeah, but not too much, not too big, but do something like some kind of investment that you can have, not too big, not too huge, nothing, just something little, because if you do it this week, it is especially on the 9th, sorry, what am I talking about? Sorry, especially on the not 9th, but on the late, in between especially on the 15th, especially on the 15th, 14th and 15th are going to be very significant. So it's the 14th and the 15th of June are going to be 14th and 15th of June are going to be very significant for something like this, okay? So like a little investment, nothing too big, nothing too huge, but the bottom line is that this is going to go a long way, and also at the same time, this is going to reveal something completely different, something that you would never think, and also at the same time the whole new path is going to become evident, and that in itself is just going to make you feel really creative, and it's going to become a new beginning for yourself. On another hand, you know, it is just now. Pay attention what you feel drawn to. Now this is all about you having a certain concentration and certain application and a certain study. Whatever you do, you need to stop for a second, and you need to see what you need to add to. You need to see what changes you need to make. You need to see what's missing. You need to see what's stopping you from having a full accomplishment. You need to ignore anybody who's stopping you, or anybody who's like making you feel negative, or anyone who tries to bring you down. Because I know everybody's telling me for Aquarius is that I said always had like a little bit of someone who is like being really negative, but this is true. I'm sorry, I can only tell you what I see, but it's going to be like a kind of like a very interesting situation that through somebody who's going to try to control you, you're actually going to get a really generous balance. Somebody who's going to try to control you, you're actually going to have the whole new inspiration, because that is going to be really important starting point, and that is going to be like your spiritual petrol, because not only you will be able to come up with a certain conclusion to the actual problem that was really there for quite a while, you will be able to make a really big decision, you will have a really wonderful conclusion, and that in itself is just going to bring a beautiful healing moment, beautiful healing time into your life. Also very remember to say it's important to reward yourself. I can see that you will want to reward yourself. This is so important, to do something, buy something for yourself, do something for yourself, do something special, do something different, not necessarily going out, but just reward yourself, like buy something for yourself, something really beautiful, okay? Because this is also going to have a really beautiful effect on you, and also you deserve it, and also it's going to help you with your own balance. On another hand, an important judgment you will need to make. Just do not judge into any decisions. Do not rush into any decisions. What you need to remember, when somebody is going to come out of the blue, somebody is going to manifest out of the blue, like a person that you know, person that is a part of your life, that is very strongly connected to the very deep and sensitive and emotional situation of your life. Somebody will try to rush into something. Somebody will try to push into that vortex by trying to make you like a kind of like a rush to make a decision. I just tell you, you go home, you sleep one night, and then you go back, and then you say the decision. Even if it's decision the same that you would normally say, that you would normally reply, that you would normally suggest, even if it's exactly the same, that's not the point. The point is that you're going to be able to reflect yourself with this situation in a different way, and not only you will be able to kind of have a conclusion to that problem, but also at the same time there is going to be something very, very unusual revealed to you, and that is going to be the new starting point, and that is going to surprise you. Say unusual because you're going to kind of start feeling, you're going to feel strange, because you're going to start feeling drawn towards a certain stage of your life that you've never felt felt drawn towards. And that is also going to be down to you and down to the certain person in your life that is inspiring you, inspiring you, inspiring you. Please make sure you understand what am I saying. Please make sure that you see and you pay attention to who inspire you this week, who will inspire you this week when it comes to their energy, when it comes to their success, when it comes to their power. Because this inspiration is going to help you to gain something. This inspiration is going to be very successful for you, and this inspiration is going to make you realize something very important about yourself and about your life as well. And also it's going to help you to realize recognitions of abilities are almost there that you have, but it's not even only about that. It's about the actual efforts that you made recently, that not only they're going to be ridiculously victorious for you, but there's a massive element of surprise about to happen, element of surprise to come to you, element of surprise to manifest to you. And it's only down to you being very smart. It's all down to you being very clever, and it's all down to you being very smart. Also, someone is going to need a little bit of your help, and that person maybe gets on your nerves a little bit every now and then, but then please just give them the advice. Even if it's somebody who you don't like, even if it's somebody who you don't think it's nice, even if it's somebody who wasn't that nice to you, listen to me very carefully. You will be under a test, under a certain test, spiritual test, wise test. Be nice, be nice, be nice. I'm not saying that you're not nice normally, but just make sure you get it right, because you're going to be under the spiritual test. This test is going to be super powerful for you, because it's going to test you to such a point how far your spiritual journey is evolved. This is so important for you to get right. So if there is somebody who's kind of trying to need your advice, if there is somebody who you're going to realize and single out that something is not right with them, and you know exactly what to do, you know exactly what to say, just go ahead, do it, and go for it, because that in itself is going to be a massive starting point for yourself, because it's just going to make you realize something about a certain departure, something about a certain journey, but that in itself is just going to give you great determination, initiative, and strength, force, and power. This is why, because your spirit is just going to grow on the whole new level, on the whole new dimension, and you will be able to see your life, to see your journey, to see your world from a completely different angle. And that in itself is going to be probably the biggest starting point this year. This week is going to be huge. This week is going to be massive. And by the time you get to the end of this week, there is the whole new opportunity. This opportunity that you are going to have at the end of this week, by the end of this week, you go for it. Number eight is also going to be very strongly connected to the actual end of the week, okay? And to the opportunity that you are going to have. And that in itself, it means that there is something very prosperous going to happen. Number 8 is a very powerful number when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to a spirituality, when it comes to money, finances, career, and things like that. The whole new stage is about to unfold, and that is going to bring you a wonderful balance. Teamwork. This is going to be a great week for teamwork in general, whether you want to sort out the problem as a group of people, as a family, or whether you want to sort out the problems with a group of people where you work, whether you want to sort the problem out with people like if you're self-employed, for example. This is going to be fantastic time for problem solving as a group of people. So use this wonderful sharp energy. You will have the sharp energy that is just going to be guiding you throughout the week. So anything to do with a group of people, you will be on top. Okay, what else I was going to say? Now, my babies, when it comes to the actual health, green tea, okay, but not the actual normal green tea. You know the normal green tea that they have. This is matcha, green tea matcha. Do you know, it's like you drink it in a liquid, proper green tea. The reason why, because it's nothing wrong with a big green tea, like when you drink in a normal mug that comes like a tea. This matcha is so much better because the whole plant goes in, and that's why, because the whole plant goes in when they make this matcha tea, it's just so much better. It's full of antioxidants, it's full of power, it's full of this rejuvenation. Try to get that one. You can get this organic, you can get this online, you can buy this wherever, but online, really organic, and try to drink this this so much because it's going to help you with your rejuvenation, and it's going to help you to boost your immune system, and it's going to help you with detox. All these things are going to help you so much, like in one. But matcha tea is so good because it's super powerful when it comes to the actual antioxidants, and this is something that I also need, that you're going to need to top up with, but in this particular form. Okay, what else I was going to say, when it comes to your partner, it is just yeah, your partner is just going to go through something very negative. Your partner is just going to be affected by something kind of negative in their life that made them feel like a little bit bitter. So your partner is going to need a little bit of your vavavoom. Your partner is going to need a little bit of your power. Get them something. I know I've seen this before, I'm seeing it again. So it means that your partner is also going through their own processes. Now this is going to be a significant week when it comes to their own process, but you need to just kind of surprise them. You know, this is very important in situations like this, just to surprise people, to do something for them and to surprise them, and that breaks this energy away, and then just to reveal something else. Okay. On another hand, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, you see, this is going to be the time when you're going to like learn a lot, and especially those of you that are single, you will be kind of drawn to learning, drawn to like a new stage, new school, new ideas and things like that. This is an important time because it's not the time when you're going to meet someone, it's not the week when you're going to meet someone, but it's the week when you're going to have a really important personal development. And that personal development later on, not that late, that personal development later on, it's also going to be strongly connected to the new person that is going to walk into your life. So watch this space and follow your dreams, follow your desires. Okay. Now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's of course going to be gorgeous, powerful Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What a beautiful offer you're actually going to have. From the beginning of the week, this is going to be mind-blowing. From the beginning of the week, you're going to feel like a great energy. You're going to feel a great power, and in such a way where long ailments that you had, they will like kind of go away. Long ailments that you had, like maybe like especially to do with your digestion and especially to do with your tiredness, that is slowly going to start going away. This is so important, and it's such a brilliant time for you because at the same time this is going to make you feel very optimistic. It's going to help you to deal with a certain problem, and that problem is also going to help you with a certain conclusion. You will know that it's going to take a while, but most certainly this is just going to be down to you, down to your hard work and down to your mastery and perfection, and you will be praised up. And this is most certainly going to be a great time of recognition, not only like when it comes to your work, career, finances, but when it comes to the people in your life, when it comes to the people around you. Beautiful time of recognition. Also highly social time, so you will reconnect with people quite a lot, but also you will be reconnecting with the family members. There's a certain realization that you will have, you know, that you've tried so much, you've tried so hard, you know, and there was no step up or step down with the current situation. So there is the discontinuance of certain effort that you had, but you knew this subconsciously, or you knew this even consciously, and you knew you were slowly coming to this end. You were slowly coming to the bottom of the problem by you actually making a really big change, by stopping, doing something, new direction in your life, which is like it's not really even disappointment, because this is something that you knew. That in itself is just going to help you like to make a certain judgment, and that judgment is just going to directly have a direct impact on a certain promotion. There is a promotion that you are going to have that is just going to put a big smile on your face and a great accomplishment. For those of you that are actually not having job, that are looking for work, please keep on applying this week as much as you can, because it's important, it's significant. It is important to remember to just follow your dream. Don't follow something that you think you know. Don't follow necessarily, oh yeah, I've got experience in this. No, baby, no. This week, just go for it. Go for things that you feel spiritually connected to. This is so important. Go for things that you feel spiritually connected to, and especially when it comes to your work and career, the one that you do now, job, work, career, just see what you feel drawn to. Whatever comes to you first, just do it. Whatever comes to you, do first, suggest it, you know. If you want to like a step up, you know, go and talk to people. This is an important time, because most certainly you will feel a great inspiration that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. So, and it's also very important to say it's all about a new beginning. It's all about you feeling very optimistic. You're gonna feel very you're gonna feel very optimistic. You're gonna feel like like and very enthusiastic. There's a whole new initiative that you are going to have, and this is the energy that is going to be mind-blowing. This is the energy that is going to be so powerful and so significant, and this is the type of energy that kind of makes you realize that you can do so much. You will be in the state of mind where you will be able to achieve so much, to create so much. So physically it's going to be like, oh my God, but also energetically it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And also on another hand, it's just like basically it is just like a see and feel what you feel drawn to, okay? On another hand, it's just all about the materialistic attainment that you're going to have. You're going to hear like that your financial situation is going to start to improve, and that is just going to make you realize, you know, this is great. And it's not only about improving, but it's about the advantage, okay? And also the wish, you know, the big dream that you wanted to do, that you wanted to make, that you wanted to change, you know, certain edit, you will be able to do this after this moment in time, because this there's a determination that is going to come through this realization how far you have actually come. What else I was going to say, it's just like a basically it's about the bright prospect. There's a certain prospect that you're going to have, okay? This is what you want you to understand. I'm not saying that you don't understand, but I want to highlight that there is a certain prospect that you're going to have, certain direction, certain plan that is going to change your life, and it's going to start happening this week. Okay, number 7 is going to be very strong for you. Number 7 is going to be a very powerful number for you. This is a highly powerful number when it comes to your angels, your spirit guides, and when it comes to your achievement, and when it comes to the new life unfolding right in front of your eyes. Life-changing option is going to happen to you, for you, by the end of this week. This life-changing option is not going to seem that huge. This life-changing option is going to seem like quite tiny. This life-changing option, it's also going to be just something that it's just going to become like a little bit part of the change, but it's just going to become bigger and bigger and bigger as the time goes by. But it's going to come as a small little option at the end of the week. Watch this space. Be very open-minded. Be very opportunistic, okay? Because there is something very, very important that is going to happen, and that in itself is also going to be connected to the certain omen that you are going to have, and it's going to happen at around the time when you see certain dog or a wolf or a canine. It's to do with a canine, dog, wolf, and you're going to feel really happy at the same time, and that omen is going to have a really interesting information for you. And the interesting information for you is just going to help you, make you realize that you're on the right track, you're on the right journey. And especially when you doubt, you're going to be doubting something, doubting, should I do it or not, should I do it or not? Then you're going to see this wolf or a dog or a coyote or whatever it is, you know, it depends where you are. And then that is going to help you to realize a fantastic satisfaction, pleasure, and also optimism. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing, because you will know that you're on the right path. You will know that you're on the right journey. It's so brilliant. And also at the same time, wealth, treasure, reorganization is going to help you to have a certain money that is going to come through as well. What else I was going to say is just basically it's very interesting that I want to say there is a certain crisis that you are going to have and certain conflicts, so just please try to stay away from the situation. This is the way you're going to be tested this week as well. And I would like you to kind of just, instead of arguing or instead of like kind of going down that vibration, this little conflict, mini little conflict that somebody is going to try to have with you by being a little bit rude, this is also going to help you to make a really big decision. And that decision is going to be really big. That decision is going to be really huge, and that decision wouldn't happen if this didn't happen. So you're not going to fight or argue or anything like that. You will be able to rise above the situation, and once you rise above the situation, you will be able to see your whole life from a whole completely different angle. And what this angle is going to reveal, it's not going to be something completely different, but it's just going to be the realization that it's time to move on. Very important new start indeed. Start of the unfoldment, and also it's going to help you to deal with a certain unsatisfied desires and a certain struggle and certain problems that you had in negativity in the last like about 7 months, and that is just going to kind of be highlighted at this moment in time. But it's also going to help you to move on, which is absolutely brilliant, because what I want to say to you, what is really even more important, is that prosperity and financially this is going to be great. This is going to be brilliant because the whole new option is going to become evident here. Very happy time when it comes to home, family, and the family members. This is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Great time indeed, and very joyful time. Good news when it comes to the certain family member. Brilliant, massive, huge news when it comes to the certain family member, which is going to make you feel really good, really great. It's going to help you relax as well. But on another hand, it is just a big change. You will want to do a big change. You will find yourself being a big change, part of the big change in your own home when it comes to changing things and doing things. Do it, because it's an important part of Feng Shui, just to keep on changing things in our home, so we actually keep on changing the energy. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Pisces, is like basically, yeah, is the head again. I'm seeing the head as a sensitive area when it comes to you and when it comes to this week. Just make sure that you're taking magnesium tablets, capsules, or liquid, okay, and the feverfew capsules or tablets. Feverfew. It's a herb that's been used for many years when it comes to headaches, migraines, and negativities when it comes to the head, like that, for example. So if you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, please check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not, okay? What else I was going to say, when it comes to those of you in relationship, your partner is actually going to surprise you. It's a brilliant time because your partner is going to do something very precious. Your partner is going to do something really heroic, and that is going to make you realize not only something very special about your partner, but that is just going to bring you even closer together. I like it because there's an important decision that you're both going to make this week. Watch this space. Okay, and for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, it's just basically, I can see you like socializing, I can see you going out, I can see you meeting people, and this is exactly what you need. I don't see you like finding somebody this week. I don't think you're gonna find the love of your life, but it's just all these social relationships. This is just so important first to sort this out. It looks like you're gonna meet somebody like very significant and very special when it comes to you meeting somebody else. So first of all, it looks like you're going to become the part of the people or the part of the circle that is going to be significant later on for you. And the love is going to come through this person, through these people, through this circle, through this person. So watch this space, okay? Okay, my gorgeous people, I love you all so much. I love you all to bits. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Okay, I'm sending you all brightest blessings, healing, love, and light. My gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you.